Nice. Sorry about that, but I got disconnected. So this is what I'm doing now. So if when I do get to it, I'm going to be searching around for the motors later on. I don't know when, but first thing first, I'm going to get this apart. But I need to put the steering column on there for now, so I'll be able to back it in and out and start taking this engine out when I start taking more parts off, work on it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just like to give you a quick insight on it. On the other one, I'll upload that. So yeah, if anybody needs to ask questions or anything, they can too. Um, I think what I'm going to do when I do get the engine in there is when I have the frame off, I want to be able to do everything after I clean it up. And probably going to add new parts on there, probably refurbish parts, but that's what I'm going to do. So if I can, keep in touch with you, let you know what's going on. But the steering column is what I'm going to be doing, and that's what I'm going to be doing first. So I got to call the Ducano up there in where I live. It's over near Denver, so if I got one, I'm going to probably get one that's seems the right price, pretty reasonable. Could be worse. So like eBay, there you go for anywhere from 200, I guess, to 700, 800. So that's probably within that price range when you get it through eBay. So a lot of places do offer them, but you're going to be paying. So that's why I'm going to salvage yard. And these smaller ones are pretty good compared to the big ones because some of them get the parts are gone or they just don't have them. The first gen S10s are hard to find now, so I have to keep going further out to probably get the parts from different smaller salvage yards than the bigger ones. But the ones that you can get or to be able to drive within a 100-mile radius, do it. If it was closer, even better. But you have to do your research. Do you just look around to find the parts on these S10s? Especially the first ones from 82 through 93, and when you get into 94 on. So the second gens, they get a lot easier, like the ZR2s, non-ZR2s, long 7.5 foot beds, short beds, even the cabs you can probably get. They got a lot of things, but you have to really research it because they're so old that you have to really look to find what you need. There was a first gen S10 there at 85. I could have got those, but I didn't. So now I'm just going to go ahead and gotta go look and pay what I can. And if it's reasonable, they usually are. You can get them pretty cheap. If you have to order off eBay or some like the marketplace on Facebook, do that. But kind of you do some horse trading on me or just really work good. Try to get the best deals you can. But until then, this is where I'm at right now, so I have to look at salvage yards. I may have to go quite a ways. Cheyenne, Wyoming, and then hopefully not Denver, but it's getting close to the metro area for salvage yards. It depends on what type of S10 you have. Either the first or second gen, and then you got your California. You got your Colorado trucks too, not California, but Colorado. This truck here was built in California. I did the research when I was going to Lincoln School. College there for automotive, and I looked up this truck. This is from Northern California. It was built, and it shows that it has 373 gear ratio, but it can backfire on the influence. It can be a 342 gear, but it throws less power on the full load on the front differential than they do on the back differential. So I see a 373 would be fine. You'll be able to tow what I want it to tow. Within its range with his tow capacity, probably like they were saying like 4,000, 4,500 pounds with towing capacity on this just with a 6-cylinder, but it didn't have enough power. The 443s do on the later ones from 86 on because they still have the 2.8s up to 91, 92, or 93. So the fuel injection ones for the Vortex or the partial of 86 on through the 93 first gen. So that's what I have to do, and I'm still going to be hung out for parts, and these doors are going to be replaced. I hate to, but I want to get this back down on the road. This thing's sad. I've got to get it happy running, and the tank I got over there is for fuel injection. I think I put that over there, so we'll see what happens when I clean it out. I got to clean it out. So I was thinking about doing all kinds of mods, making the way I want it, but being as a truck, I'll keep the side tank on the driver's side and make this thing fuel injected V8 small block LS Fortec. They're LSs, I guess, baby LS and then the 5.3. Seems like they're having problems with the Not the older 6 liter or 6.2 liters, but depends on what you're looking at and all that. But I'm going between a 4.8 and a 5.3. If I am with a 5.3, that's what I'm going to do. So pick and choose and find the best deal you can at the salvage yard. Use again, pick them up for pretty reasonable, unless you want to work out anywhere from 1,000 on up to 3,000, 3,500. That's what I've researched, but I'm going to salvage yard. Even if I pay $1,000 for it, it's about the best you're going to get. Maybe less, depending on what you get. You get everything set up with the ECU box, the parts that go with it from that vehicle you're getting from. You already have half that battle, but you got to make sure that they're compliance with the Colorado emissions. That's why after I do this truck, I'm going back to the old style 74 fiber, and that's what me and my wife decided to do. And put Pontiac 400, dual it out after I get the collector's plates, and I want to drive it. But right now, this will be the only one with the LS in it. When I do have it running, I pass emissions. All these goodies are going to be done to it for motor trying to come out after when I'm ready to do it and do the body work. But this is just to get it running, sealed up, and ready to roll and drive it and pull it and tow it. I'm going to probably put a tow hitch underneath there, not the stock one on the bumper, but probably want to upgrade the plug-in capacitor system in there and have it integrated to this wiring system. The challenging part is the putting an aftermarket speedometer in there for the digital readout on the 5.3 or the 4.8, whichever one I decide to choose, whatever one I can get first come, whatever I first see, and then inspect the engine. And if it needs to be freshened up, I would be doing that probably. We looked on YouTube, they're saying on the 4.8s on Silverados to check your intake, your NOx sensor, the sensor for your fans, intake gaskets, throttle body gaskets, check your water pump, and probably and some other stuff in there too. Check everything out. I'll probably put in the wires and plugs and coil packs in them on the individual ones to make sure everything's running okay, and check the core plug, which are the freeze plugs. I'm going to check those, and I'll just replace those when I have it out, and put it back together and start getting this thing back together when I do when I'm ready. Glad to be back. I hope I get some feedback. I'll try to keep in touch as much as I can now. I don't have anybody there. I think I have two. Welcome to our chat member guard. Bye community. Definitely. If anybody got any questions, they can go to my Wolf Garage channel at Wolf Garage 2342. Check it out. And if you got any questions, you can go up on Instagram, give me any questions or any feedback. Great place, so check it out. Check out my old videos on that channel, and if you subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. If you want to or you don't, just check it out. Check it out later. Peace out. Be there, be square. Yeah!